Hello and welcome to the Siesta Show. It's Friday, the sun is shining, a little bit of a breeze today, so it's quite nice. And we've got a great subject to talk to you about today. Bins. Yes, we're going to talk about bins. Well, we're not really going to talk about bins because they're a bit smelly. On 30th of June, many of you realise we're launching a product called Spain Uncut. We've been recording quite a lot of the videos over the past couple of weeks. And it got me thinking, because this week we're filming around this area, and this is the area we first moved to when we moved to Spain. And it got me thinking of some of the stories and some of the things that happened to us when we first moved over. And here where we are in Manilva, you know, 5 years ago, this place was totally different. It was just one massive building site. And when we moved here, we were literally just sort of 100 meters down this road, and we moved into the house. And we had a big problem because we were starting an internet business, and there was no phone line there. And excuse the fly, this problem was filming by the bins. But we couldn't get a phone line in that house. So, which was we didn't know that. We moved over and they told us we could have a phone line, but anyway, we couldn't get a phone line. So most of the time I was heading down to the cyber cafe down the road during the day to be able to film stuff. But in those early days, eyeonspain was quite different, and we used to sell photos through the site. So it was really like, if you were buying on an urbanization development, we would like send photos every month so you could see the photos of the progress of the construction. And so the problem we had was that we couldn't upload these photos from the cyber cafe, and I didn't have a phone line, so I didn't know where I had to go to upload the photos. And what I used to do was, every time I went and did the photos, I'd come out here. This is, let me just go back a second here. Here where we are, there's an apart hotel here, and in those days, it didn't exist in those days, they were just starting to build it. But there was a sales office here, and in the sales office, they actually had fortunately back then, they had a wireless connection, a Wi-Fi connection, which they hadn't blocked. So I used to come at like midnight, put my laptop on the bin, and I just managed to get their signal from the sales office. And I used to use these bins to upload the photos for Eyeonspain. And I mean, in those days, it was an complete nightmare. And we really didn't think that, you know, moving over, we never ever assumed that getting a phone line was going to be an issue. And here I was every week, every night, because obviously we didn't have a phone line there, so I'm trying to check emails, I'm trying to solve people's problems and reply to everybody. And I did all my work from here at midnight every night. So it was just a total nightmare. But it got me thinking, because there's quite a lot of stories that we can tell. There's a lot of stories that we are telling, and we'll put them together for our series called Spain Uncut, which covers, because on the 30th of June this year is our 5th year anniversary of actually being in Spain. So we wanted to launch this Spain Uncut to show people, you know, what we've been through, what we've learned, what we did wrong, what we did right, and put some stories in about our move and what happened to us and how we set up the business and everything. So there's quite a lot. We're very busy filming it actually. So it should be quite good, but the bins got me thinking, and we thought I've got to do one by the bins here, because they were really the beginning of Eyeonspain. It all sort of started over here by these bins. Well, anyway, apart from that, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already this week, but we've sort of sorted out where we're going to have the Eyeonspain 5-year party, and that's on the 11th of July, and it's going to be down at Lo de Andrés, where we used to have our tapas, where we had our tapas video, and then we did our beer drinking one, although I can't remember much about that one. So we're going to have it there on July the 11th. The kids welcome everything. Got a big bouncy castle. We're going to try and get some entertainment as well. It's going to be mega cheap, you know, just so that anybody can come and just have a wild time. We're going to make a big cake and everything. So it should be a really good laugh. So put 11th of July. If you're going to be in the area, or if you're going to be anywhere nearby, come along. It'll be really, really good to have you here. So apart from that, we're off now. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.